Hi guys, I hope you can see me because the sun is right here. um, I'm out in the garden and I am setting up two beds, two of my 8 by 2 beds up against the fence, and I'm right by the broccoli plant that has gone to flower, and the bees are loving it. Let me show you right there. Yeah, I actually came outside with a sweater. I had to get rid of that really quickly. So I walked over here and I saw that my asparagus are up. So I wanted to talk to you about asparagus. So these asparagus were planted last year, and they were planted with 1 year root. I purchased this from uh, urban farmers. Urban farmers. I purchased the asparagus root from sorry, I'm pulling weeds also. I purchased the asparagus roots from urban farmers, and they were 1 year root, and I planted them in this bed. So I'm going to go over why you should definitely have asparagus in your garden, because asparagus is in a perennial, and it's in a perennial, and it grows from zone 3 to 8. And when they first come up, and then so it starts off, the asparagus starts off, you see, in the ground right there, and then it goes up like that, and then it grows like this all the way up. And then if you do not harvest your asparagus, then it starts to grow really tall, and it gets like that, and it gets really tall and turns into that. Also, at the end of the season, they die back and dry out this way. They dry out like this. Whenever you're planting your asparagus, make sure you're planting them in a place that they're not going to be disturbed, because once you plant them, that's where they're going to live. That's their permanent home for 20 to 30 years, and you're going to have asparagus for a very long time. Now, planting asparagus, make sure you're purchasing from a reputable seller. I do see asparagus being sold at the big box stores. I've never purchased them from there. I purchased mine from urban farmers, like I said, and they're producing very well. Once you get your asparagus crown, they come as a crown, a root, just like the strawberries, they come as a root. Strawberry come as a root. Asparagus, they come as a root also. And once you get your asparagus root, if you're not able to plant them right away, soak them in water, or you can get some cocoa coir or some peat moss, wet that peat moss and put them inside of it to keep them moist, not to dry, to keep them from not drying out. And when you're planting your asparagus roots, asparagus needs about a foot to 2 foot apart from each other. A foot to 2 feet apart from each other. Okay? Each crown needs to have that much space. Foot to a foot and a half to 2 foot apart. Because when you get the crowns, they're like strawberry roots, but they're really thick roots if you've ever seen them in the big box store. So now asparagus, I cannot harvest this year. Even though it was a 1 year crown, you need to wait 2 to 3 years. Now, I would suggest waiting 3 years to harvest your asparagus. But once you harvest your asparagus, your 3 year period is up, and you start to harvest your asparagus, because they are a perennial. Ooh, a bee just touched my finger. Woo! Jesus. Once you start to harvest your asparagus, after that 3 year period is up, every year you're going to be harvesting asparagus. And let me tell you something. I have heard other gardeners say that and I know this for a fact, because I eat okra straight off the plant, and it is nothing like okra you buy in the store. So I cannot wait to harvest this asparagus. And I started growing asparagus because we had two foster children here that really like asparagus and Brussels sprouts. So I started growing. I went and I purchased asparagus roots and started growing it for them. So I said I must be missing something. So there's green asparagus and there's purple asparagus. I'm thinking about purchasing some purple asparagus, but I have never tasted purple asparagus before. I've only had green asparagus. So that's it. I'm going to move out the bees way and let them enjoy the flower and get back to doing the bed, the garden bed. And want to finish that up so I can actually get a start doing a garden tour for you guys. Not today. I need to clean this garden up. Let me know in the comments if you're growing asparagus or if you've ever had purple asparagus. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed day.